Why do we procrastinate? Or why do I procrastinate? Are my tasks too difficult? You said never let me go. Hey beautiful people, my name is Millie. Welcome back to my channel. All right, so let me guess. There's something else you're supposed to be doing right now, like reading, answering those emails, making the other report, doing laundry. You're supposed to be doing those things, but instead you're here watching me lecture you on YouTube. Wait, don't go just yet, because these next few minutes are about to be the most productive thing you've had the entire day. Okay, so calm down, cool down. All right, so let's get into it. Today we are talking about this infamous issue that doesn't look like an issue, by the way, called procrastination. What is procrastination? When I asked Mr. Google to define it, he said it is the action of delaying or postponing something. Most people define it as failing to manage your time, but I beg to differ. I'll define it as failing to manage your emotions, which leads you to putting effort into wrong things that are leading you nowhere. It is more or less like lying to yourself. We are all procrastinators at one point in time, but I believe the level differs. And in most cases, it starts with putting too much emotions into making simple decisions like waking up in the morning, laying that bed, getting that cup off the table, you see? Because the more emotions you put into getting it done, the more you're likely to drag it, which will affect your schedule for the whole day, and then your week, your month, and boom, your entire year is doomed. So honey, we got to fix that, okay? Let's begin with this question. Why do we procrastinate? Or why do I procrastinate? Are my tasks too difficult? Are they unpleasant? Probably they're aversive or plainly boring or stressful. Could it be because of my low self-esteem that I fear I may fail? Whatever the reason is, honey, you're far from being alone. However, you're not doing yourself any favors. Let me say this clear right now, by the way. I'm not a professional doctor, psychiatrist, therapist, name them. I'm just sharing from my point of view based on personal experience what I've had and seen, okay? So before you give me names here, better go do your research and make your own conclusion. All right, so bearing that in mind, these are some of the steps, again, in my own point of view, that I think can help in beating procrastination, okay? Step number 1, break down the steps. Like, eat that elephant. You see that big project ahead of you? What are those steps that are required to get it done? Note them down one by one, okay? Don't forget any single tiny bit of the step. Note them all down. Remember, we said step by step, okay? All right. So before we jump into step number 2, I want us to do some little bit of finger exercise, okay? You see this finger? Let's drag it onto our screen. If you're using a phone, if you're using a mouse, put it on your mouse, okay? Let's look for the word subscribe somewhere. It's red in color. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Got it. Okay, click on it. Good job. All right. So have you seen any other word called like? It's here. Got it. Okay. Good job. You deserve a hand clap. All right. So let's move on. Step number 2, keep the task small. So now that we've managed to break down our steps, fix your brain, your mind on step number 1. Don't mind about these other steps. Fix your brain on step number 1, okay? Let's say you want to make that report. We shall begin with turning on our computer. Turn on your computer. Good job. Let's look for that folder where you kept this file. Got it. All right, click on it, open it. Good job. Okay, so now let's type in the name, the word or figure, whatever you're using. Good job. Go on, type. Ta-da! The report is done. You see, it's that easy. So Keep the tasks small.
Okay,
Step number 3, set the bar low. You do not want to give yourself huge, high, big tasks all at once because it will only demotivate you. And the more you're demotivated, the less productive you're likely to be. So, honey, keep it low. Step number 4, reward yourself after finishing a given task. You may not necessarily wait for the entire project to get done. Depending on how much you feel about completing a given task, like let's say you suck at waking up in the morning on time. Now, the day you wake up on time, honey, treat yourself. Like, treat yourself. Give yourself a treat, chocolate, milkshake. I don't know the kind of treat you can give yourself, but treat yourself, okay? So this other thing is not a step, but I believe it's important to know it as we go into our journey of beating procrastination. Understand your personality type. Much as I'm confident these entire steps will help someone in beating this monster, I'm very sure to some other person, they'll pick out just a few of them because we're all different, right? For example, I can entirely focus on my project, my work, my movie without getting distracted by any notifications from social media, email, school, whatever. But some other person, they have to mute. All right, so let's repeat these 4 steps. Step number 1, break down the steps for the entire project. You know what I mean? Step number 2, keep the tasks small. Step number 3, set the bar low. And step number 4, reward yourself after finishing the entire project, okay? One writer put it this way, paraphrasing: no man can reach a full measure of success until he has completely crushed the spirit of procrastination within him. So, honey, I wish you all the best in beating this silent monster, okay? All right, let's learn from each other as you share your view or experience on procrastination. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, and share. Turn on your notification bells so that you get notified whenever I upload a video, okay? Don't forget to practice kindness. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.